So Mithali has had this celebrated career, eons of runs, playing for India, captaining India, everything that one has to achieve. And suddenly, when one day you say thank you to the game, do you feel there's darkness in the tunnel, or did you have no regrets about saying goodbye, or did you go through those typical cricketer depressions that, oh God, what do I do now, or you kept yourself busy?
Funnily, when Rahul Dravid announced his retirement and he had that speech
Yes,
read,
yes,
and you could see a moist in his eyes.
Yes.
So at that point of time, I was watching that, and somewhere I felt probably I'm going to come to that day as well. Will it be the similar emotions that I'm going to feel? Maybe I'm wired differently because I was probably preparing for that day much before it came to me. So post the World Cup, yes, I had to deal with the emotions related to the performance during the World Cup. True. It was definitely a disappointing thing not to qualify for the semi-finals. So I dealt with it, and when I took the step of retiring officially, I wanted to have that clarity in mind that there should not be any regret tomorrow that, I took a call earlier or later, whatever. So I was at peace. And when I took that decision, I had this feeling of contentment, and I'm very happy that I took it when I actually wanted to take it and not under the influence of anybody else. It was purely my own individual
on your own
decision.
Terms.
Yes, and something even probably my dad, because he's someone who's always been my greatest support all these years. So a decision that I took without being influenced by any of them, and till today, I don't regret it, and I feel that I've done my bit for the sport, and it's time for the next generation to take it forward. Yeah.
So, okay, last two questions because we've taken up so much time. The women's IPL, how is it changing the face of women's cricket across the world? Now, when T20 started for men, the IPL, then the Big Bash started, then, so many other leagues have surfaced from all over the world. This women's IPL is landmark not only for women's cricket, but in India, but women's cricket across the world. Yeah. So, where do you see this going? Because I think acceptance now, will grow in terms of the sport being a women's sport rather than a men's sport. And your views on that, because that is important from a futuristic perspective for me.
See, I think WPL definitely has changed the landscape of women's cricket, not only in India, but globally. People have come to accept watching women's cricket. They enjoy watching women's cricket. There were a few things that somebody just told me that it is so nice to see test match during the day and we get to see the WPL in the night.
Correct.
So it's sort of a refreshing thing for them. So they're so used to watching men's cricket. Women's cricket is like a breath of fresh air. Yes. And the viewership is like skyrocketed with WPL, and I think it is only going to help the sport in much bigger way, because there are now more stakeholders in terms of the corporates, the boards, players, of course. So it's probably going to be bigger in the coming years.
Yes.
And the sort of money it has spun in the first year itself, the viewership, people turning out every day, because I thought initially my apprehension was it's in the same city, and will people come after 3-4 days, because the same set of teams, players, will they enjoy coming to the stadium every day? But we just finished our first leg and there's still people, the stadium is still full.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mithali Raj saying mentoring. So if you're watching, you know where to go to get tips. All I can do, being a big fan of hers, is tell her Shabash Mithu. And thank you for being on MyySports. You were watching Mithali Raj speak about her celebrated career and, of course, her career going forward. Thank you for watching MyySports. This is Shishir Hatangdi on Cricket Ka Kamaal. Bye.